Hi, I'm Nadia, and for the past couple of years, I have been stuck living in France fighting a custody battle for my child. No, I use the word stuck because I didn't choose to live here in France. The court system told me that if I wanted to be a part of my child's life, I would have to try to live in France because my son is a French citizen. No, I know many men and women have found themselves in situations where you date outside of your culture, outside of your country, and you probably end up being stuck in a country that you never really dream of or see yourself living in. And it can be a very traumatic experience, especially if you don't have any support system, if you don't have family living in that country, if you don't speak the language. It can be very traumatic. And through it all, I have had many ups and many downs. I would say more downs than up, you know but I have managed to find my feet on solid ground, or what I thought would be solid ground. And I was able to, turn lemon into lemonade, so to speak. But for those of you out there who have been following my story, you would know that this last, I would say, 3 years have been really challenging. I have had criminal charges brought up against me by the grandmother of my child. And it has been very rough on me mentally, emotionally drained, and financially drained. Seriously, financially drained. And it's a very hard feeling to know that as soon as you find your feet on solid ground, the carpet has been ripped from underneath you, because I found myself to be in a financially stable position and all of that. And after finding myself financially stable, trying to, make something of myself here in France, with all the legal bills, all the challenges, everything, I am no longer financially stable. And I have had to go back to living on welfare. And that's one of the most hardest thing to even have to go through. It feels like you take 10 steps forward only to take 10 steps backward. And to even come online here and say, listen me, I am back on welfare system, it's really, really embarrassing. And for somebody who is as ambitious as me, who is as driven as me, it can be mentally crushing. And through it all, to be honest, at this point in my life, as what them say, you have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. And for me, I just feel like my time to run, so to speak, has come. Yeah, walk away and run. Because um this is a losing battle. This is a losing battle. And I want to say, parental alienation is a real thing out there, guys. you know and you have to see when you have lost. And it makes no sense continue fighting for a child who seemingly at this point don't want to. You don't want. So for me personally, I am just tying up loose ends at this point in my life. That's what I'm doing, tying up loose ends and looking forward to rebuilding. This new phase of my life is going to be very challenging, because I am basically starting life over again from scratch. Yeah, scratch. I am back at scratch. I am back at zero. I am back at zilch. I am back starting over life from scratch. And I am strong and I am brave. And one thing about me is, no matter what I go through, I've never find myself being in a position where I am not hopeful. I am always hopeful. And that's something that I am grateful for, because having hope, and not losing hope, is one of the most blessed gift you can ever have, you know, because for a lot of people out there that are going through stress and challenging, and they lose hope, you know, and losing hope can lead to you being not here on this earth anymore, you know. So for me to have hope and to know that I'm starting over again from scratch and have to rebuild again from scratch, especially at my age because I'm no longer a spring chicken, so to speak, it is very scary, guys. Like, starting over is never easy. And I want to take this time out to say that starting over life from scratch is very scary. And if you or anybody out there is starting over life from scratch, it doesn't matter your age that you're starting life over from, you know. Once you're starting over life, you can't lose hope, you know. You have to hold on to hope that things is gonna get better. Like, you have to hope that, yeah, my life have meaning, my life have purpose, you know. Things will get better, you know. You have to keep a positive mindset no matter what you are going through. And it's not gonna be easy, you know, as what them say, easier said than easier done, you know. But you have to find the strength to move on even when everything around you is crumbling, you know. And I know that a lot of you guys who watch my platform see that sometimes I take myself to the beach, sometimes I take myself out and eat something or something like that. And this is all to help with strengthening your mental health, because when you are down, staying in your bed, staying in a depressed state, staying in a sadness, it's never going to help your situation. You have to find the strength out there to put on your clean clothes, take a shower, brush your teeth, you know, get your nails done, even if you have to paint them yourself if you're a woman, get a haircut if you're a man, you know. You have to find the will to live, the hope and the belief in yourself that you are going to pull through, you know. So these little things that you do for yourself is going to help strengthen you and help with your mental health. And I want to say, it doesn't cost much to treat yourself well when you're going through stress, you know. It doesn't cost much to go to the supermarket, you know, buy some fruits, some vegetable, or whatever it is that you like, you know. Pack it in a little bag, go to the park, you know, spread a little sheet or a little towel, and have yourself a little picnic right there in the park, because all of that is strengthening yourself, you know, working on your mental health, working on finding your inner strength, your inner peace, you understand. And for me personally, going to the beach is where I have my safe space. It's the place where I go to think, to regenerate, you know, to have peace, you know, to have clarity, to think, you know. So I want to remind you out there, no matter what scary situation that you are going through, always find the strength to take care of you and your mental health, you know. Always find the strength to carry on. Do the little things that is going to build you, you know. Lying in the bed, thinking about the stress, thinking about the problem, thinking about all the things that you're going through, it's going to make your situation worse. Get up, take a shower, get a haircut. If you're a woman, paint your nails, put on some makeup, and go out there in the world. Be around people. Don't self-isolate. You understand me? And if you are alone, you have no friends, you have no family, whatever it is, go out there. You understand me? Take a walk on the beach. You don't have to do anything that is going to cost a lot of money. You know, life doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It just depends on what you are doing. Because like I said, I am back on welfare, but I still find the time and I still find the money to do something to care for my mental health. Now I want you guys to know that you don't have to stay tuned to this channel, yeah, because big things are come. And I'm gonna share all the ups, I'm gonna share all the downs, and I'm going to share it all, because at the end of the day, social media is full of people just sharing the highlights of their life. You don't know the dark side, you don't know the sad side, you don't know the downsides, you know. And it gives people an artificial, you know, view of a person's life. You understand me? And here at Naked with Nadia, yeah, I always keep things real. Yeah, so your girl the back on welfare, so part of life. Your girl a start back over life from scratch. Part of life. But watch me make a headway. always right through. Big up, Uno. Peace out. Oh, bye.